Okay,
Honestly,
so we're getting into picks and bans. I think it's going to be interesting what Zephyr will be banning here. First ban is the Shen, which is
Shen.
definitely a target for Ilo Roulette. He has a combined over 500 games on Shen and Nocturne together. So if they want to play for top lane, getting rid of both of those options with the global presence is would be very good. Lotus Eternal banning out the AD mid laners that have been played recently,
Yeah,
and the Graves, which is the main
Graves.
champion for
Yeah.
the jungler. The Jhin ban is a little surprising to me. I don't think it was a particular like hot topic for either. And same with the Hecarim, though they just might not enjoy playing it. I have to say, I'm not too well known on the current meta, so maybe Hecarim is just really strong
Ooh,
once
yeah.
again.
I
And
think.
immediately we see the Xayah pick. With the Vayne already gone, I think that is a very good pick. Both bot laners do play Xayah, so they are also taking the way from Lotus Eternal. Um, and Lotus Eternal actually opting for the Ziggs, it seems. Probably going to go bot lane. Opening up, of course, more options for AD champions in the top and mid lane. Mid lane did have the fewest games plays, also the player that decayed, though he decayed to plat 1, so I guess he was diamond. And the Viego pick. Viego played a lot by Zaryax, I think it is pronounced.
Ooh.
Has been played a lot by him, and his most played champion. And they themselves banned out the Graves, which is the second most
Ooh.
played champion.
So
Champion.
huge comfort pick there, I guess.
Yeah, huge comfort pick there. Hecarim was banned out, which is the third option. So getting the Viego right now, so that he cannot get banned out of the jungle from his comfort picks, which I think is good. Gragas pick, I really agree with this because if you look at the players of Zephyr Atlas, there aren't a lot of options for AP mid laners or top laners. So getting the Gragas in, which is also a comfort pick of the jungler, seems to be very important because then they do have an AP damage source that can actually pose a threat, I feel.
Yeah. So the
And
teams
the,
was honestly Viego 6 doesn't really tell anything. So I'm really figuring out what what Lotus is going for this third pick, and what the comp
yeah,
is
that's
going.
going to be
So it's
really telling. So it's the
ah
Malphite going for the slower, less prominent top lane. This,
Yeah, I guess the Zephyr showed the set, so the Malphite, of course, like an obvious pick. Although it's very safe, like usually you want to punish a blind pick with something that you can accelerate, but maybe they just want to play for other lanes than top.
yeah, right. So maybe they're going to be playing for the bot lane. So the expectation going in, from me at least, was they were going to play for top lane, but then the Shen got banned.
Mm.
So that already moves it around, or they'd have to go with Nocturne, which is probably not the best matchup in the set. So you're not going to go with the Nocturne. They're not going to go for this top side play and then immediate roaming. Opting for the Malphite, I guess, as a safe pick and also a very good pick into the set specifically. Also, a good pick knowing that Zidrada, the mid laner of Zephyr, mostly plays ADs. In these bans, now we see the Silas ban, so they really want to force Zidrada to an AD mid laner, it seems.
Yeah, it definitely does look like that.
And then he's banned the Yasuo himself. Oh, he doesn't play Yasuo, he plays Yone, which has already been banned.
Huh.
The LeBlanc ban coming out for the mid lane, I think that this is a little
Yeah.
odd because I don't see any LeBlanc games
Yeah.
on the mid laner of Lotus Eternal.
Yeah, it might be. Yeah, I guess it looks like they're just like banning out potential tough matchups for the mid since they have to blind it.
Yeah,
They're on blue side. I
fair,
don't
but
know
they
if.
do,
Yeah.
of course, know already that it's a Ziggs bot. And Viego isn't the strongest, like, in the jungler per se. So if you leave the LeBlanc open and they pick the LeBlanc, you can try to punish the Viego in the jungle maybe, and then focus on magic resist for your tanks. And I don't think the LeBlanc. Oh, maybe they want to pick something that doesn't fare well against LeBlanc, of course, like the Azir. which really has to survive lane and get to a late game situation. Yeah, and an immediate Galio pick. Okay.
Not immediate, but yeah. So, or did it? Was it immediate?
Yeah, it was like Azir into Galio instantly.
Yeah,
but,
so very safe pick, I think, for Goblin.
Yeah, and it's a very strong team fighting comp. They have a lot of good engage options with the Gragas and with the Galio. If the set ults in, the Galio can ult in after. Very easy one-mo combos with the Xayah Feathers, with the Azir Guardians. And if Lotus Eternal can find something that will disrupt that on mid lane, they'd have a harder time. Zephyr Atlas would have a much harder time, I feel.
And I decided to do that with the Corki. Very interesting.
So Corki, a lot of mixed damage. And also, of course, a very strong late game pick similar to the Azir, which might be why they picked it. Because it gives them this late game insurance, which Zephyr Atlas is definitely playing for, right? Zephyr Atlas is playing for the backfooters, playing for the late game, with the Xayah, the Azir, with the Xayah and the Azir, right?
Overlay. Let's see if it works. Ah, it works. Perfect. Okay. So.
Okay, super nice.
Oh, and I need to add the team names actually. So.
Oh, that would be good. Okay, so we see the early ward coming up. Maybe they're going to.
I think I got it all set up. Oh, perfect. Okay. Okay. And now the auto thing should start in a bit. All right, great. Sorry for the technical.
No, that's fine. Okay. We see some back and forth poking in the middle lane, and not that much is going to be happening early on. In
yeah, I think like the first things that will happen is once the junglers both got like the clears they wanted. Looks like Gragas is going for full clearance and Viego going for partial clear.
Both are probably gonna go towards the bot side scuttle after 4 camps. So
yeah. So that's probably first clashing point. And it looks like Galio and Xayah got the prio in lane, so it should probably be a scuttle for the Gragas. Yeah, using the prio very nicely to get in there.
Oh, they're actually walking very deeply into the jungle. Probably gonna set up a ward. No, they're gonna
they're actually finding out the Viego. Has to flash out the Dante next time.
Waits for really long, but the Xayah already walks back. Diego now has to back off. Leona walking around her wall. Diego trying to see if he can still get in. Galio might be... Oh, that was into the wall. And it isn't focusing on there. Okay. Ah, man. Really?
Okay, well,
right. So we do see the first scuttle from the Gragas, but of course the Viego is just at the top gonna get that scuttle, and his last camp is on top side as well. So it's not too big of a hassle, though he's not gonna be able to put that prio. But now the aftershocks proc by both supports means that next exchange might be interesting.
Yeah, I think they're just looking to push this wave in. They're actually not. I guess they want to stay in lane a little. Oh, they actually want the wave to push in a bit, so the Gragas can come over, use that early scuttle to maybe gank. Galio aggressively face checking here into the Leona.
Alright.
Oh, he has to knock up the taunt, also connecting.
Gonna get the taunt. Flash is up for Leona, but doesn't quite use it in time. Body slam hits.
I think that was the
blood, unfortunately, on the Galio, but still a first blood.
Oh, that's really unfortunate here from for the Galio, but still very nice. They just choose to recall, let the wave stand in the middle. But yeah, I thought they wanted to push that in, but they let them they let the wave go towards the middle a bit more, so the Gragas could gank them, and it's working really well.
Yeah, I think it's a big path from the Gragas to not go directly, because the path from the scuttle to bot lane was warded. But by looping around, he does get this gank. He didn't do his crux now, so that might be cumbersome later, especially because I think his Gromp just got stolen by the Viego.
Yeah, so the Viego getting ahead a bit on farm in response to this play.
Especially he's gonna be wasting some time now because he's gonna try and go to this Gromp. Nose is gone. Actually see the missing ping on the minimap. Okay, what is this topside trading?
Some topside noodle fights, I guess, heavily in favor of the Malphite.
Yeah, just some noodle slapping, man. I think it's weird that the Malphite started double Ruby Crystal, because I think that if you rush Bramble Vest, the lane is probably just over.
I think he couldn't. Can you buy it? He did a
All
cheater
two
recall,
Ruby
right?
Crystals
Because
are 800 gold, and a Bramble Vest is 800 gold, so I think so.
Huh. Oh, alright, yeah. Because he did a cheater recall, probably, since he got extra items. And the set doesn't.
That's what I'm thinking. So
yeah,
yeah, but maybe he's expecting attention from the Gragas now that he's been bot lane. So then the
honestly, I don't really expect anything like the classic top lane island. Set probably gets to push this in and probably reset. Oh, does some trading. Like, I don't think anything will happen. Maybe if the junglers like walk towards the top island, they'll find like an opportunity and they'll gank it. But I don't expect a lot to happen this time around, like across the entire game.
Okay, so already doing the Drake actually. We're not getting to see this because Drakes are apparently not interesting.
I mean, look at this Galio walking around.
Yeah, it's just Galio slapping a lizard. I mean,
oh, beautiful.
Who hasn't seen this before? Right. So no, but yeah. So the Cloud Drake gonna go down to Zephyr. Cloud Drake not the most impactful, though I think that it is good to not, with the ult cooldowns, give it to the other team. And with the long Galio ult cooldown. Oh, nice jump from the Gorky.
Yeah.
From Cinder.
And you can see like the Zaryax, the Viego taking some good use of this cross map play. Of course, if you're taking a dragon, the enemy team will know you're there and they can get something in return, right? It's never free. That's why you see a lot of like pro teams and players very hesitant to take the Drake, even if it looks very easy to take.
Yes, though I don't think that they had vision on it while it was happening, so we didn't see the Viego invade, for example, because he.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, like at some point you kind of just expect the invade like to happen because you show up somewhere.
Yes. Okay. Yeah. Top lane exchanges. Now, do they have the Iron Spike Whip and the Bounding Cinder? Iron Spike Whip. So both have some more pushing power. Gonna be easier to shift in lane priority.
Oh, actually, someone ganking top. 3 people ganking top.
From the Ziggs as well, but
that's
doesn't. Okay, still
there are
gets the
so many resources towards getting a flash.
Yeah. So that's a flash on
I mean,
top lane.
I guess they just wanted to get Herald. So Herald, also very interesting objective, right? It can get you some plates, but mostly if you can get the tower early, it's really powerful since it frees up the lane.
Yeah, especially together with Ziggs, of course, which is probably why the Ziggs has been moved to top lane. So we're going to be grabbing the Rift Herald here, probably immediately put it either top or mid lane. Most likely top, as that's where the Ziggs is, and they can open up the map on the top side. Give extra space to move around for the Malphite or the Ziggs. Either or, essentially.
Okay, so in return they
try
to
go
dive
around. Malphite flashing. Oh, he didn't have ult. Okay, yeah. Malphite flashing to safety.
Yeah, he used it on the set.
Yes. So now a lot of people around the bot lane suddenly, and the Ziggs just getting some free poking, I think, on the.
Yeah. Although the set is 2 levels ahead, he should probably be careful on his own. Yeah.
Especially if as long as Ziggs saves his W, he's not going to be able to do too much. Gorky choose on the way.
Yeah, I guess he just wanted to base, or
maybe it was
broke
run out.
Huh?
Maybe it was just about to run out. Maybe it was a misclick. Who knows? Maybe you forgot he had it.
Nah, I think that was intentional.
Probably. Okay, so now we do see the Rift Herald. There is almost a plate gun on the top tower, but the Malphite actually moves back to top. A lot of good lane rotations here by Lotus.
Yeah, I feel like Lotus got like a lot of even though they're a bit behind in gold, they got like a lot of plays that are more valuable. Like the Herald play is very nice, getting like forcing Zephyr to really move on the back foot and react, like doing that bot dive, not really getting anything out of it. Of course, they didn't kill the set, but
Yes.
they're just being
Both
out there.
top laners flashless. So.
Yeah.
But the Malphite doesn't have TP anymore, and the set does.
Yeah,
So that
that's
might be important.
oh, he's
but
being
he
dove
might
here
get
though by 3
died
people,
here.
and you don't.
Leona,
And
level
TP
4
won't
dead.
save you there. He just uses. Oh, Kylos goes in though.
Tigers goes in, tries
Oh!
to get but Leona.
No, the
will he
stun!
be able to get it? No,
Oh,
gets
that's so
stunned
clutch.
down. That's what Leona does, and
Oh,
that's
that's
a
really
kill
bad.
for the Corki. In the meantime,
Oh,
Leona,
that is really bad.
no,
Diego getting
doesn't
resets.
walk forward too much. Gets the possession.
I don't
Gets
think
the
Galio
heals
can take
from
him.
possession.
Oh, he can. He can. Okay.
Oh, he does get it, but that's another kill onto the Galio. So, how do we see gold counts again with X? Yes, if you press X,
Yeah,
we
also.
can also see the gold counts. So, yes, Zephyr, the gold is about even now, but Zephyr's support is 900 gold ahead.
Yeah,
in the
he got
enemy
that.
support.
He got the only two kills. Like, oh, that's really unfortunate.
And the solo laners from Lotus are really ahead of compared to their opponents.
Yeah, 2 kills on the
Especially with this Corki,
It's terrifying.
2 early kills on the Corki is going to be very difficult to deal with
Like,
in the
probably
later
is not
stages.
scary yet, but once he get like his mythic, maybe second item, he will be doing so much damage.
Yes, but with this lead, I think once he has, I was about to say, the Immortal Shield Bow and a Sheen, expect him to start hurting.
Yeah. So, honestly, already not looking that good. Of course, they're even in gold. Not out of the game yet, but the gold distributed very fortunately for Lotus here.
Yes, and Lotus going to be using their current pressure to take the second Drake.
Yeah, Zephyr not wanting to
Gragas
give it up.
running in with the
Yeah.
Predator, wants to try and get close,
They
but
still
isn't
go in.
allowed to. Gets stunned. Well, he's get away,
they
but
really
Galio
want to get
going
this
in.
fight
Is
down.
that going to be the shutdown given away? Yes, it is. And that's a shutdown to the Ziggs. Viego able to walk away. Will the Leona
they
drop?
actually get the
Leona
kills.
drop down. That's another
the
kill. The Annihilator onto the Ziggs.
Oh, it's
and
actually really good there for Zephyr. I thought they were doomed, but oh, and
the Gragas body slam hits. Viego
Oh.
still around. Gets the possession on the Gragas body slam forward.
Oh, and the flashing. Oh no, never mind. It's all.
And that's another
oh,
kill,
that's
but
really bad. Oh no.
Elio still jumps in.
Oh no, it's a disaster.
Try and get them, but it's not going to be working out. And that's another kill for the Corki.
Okay.
Corki now 4-0.
Oh no. Okay, yeah.
And
So
and the Viego 2-1 actually. Both. And they got a shutdown on the Galio earlier in the fight. Galio actually died twice.
the Gargoyle's
Yeah,
biting
like-
off a bit more than he can chew there, and he just got like not even he, just the entirety of Zephyr got punished so hard for it. Like they got like a few
Yeah.
kills. It looked so good, and then they go in. They managed to outplay them, I guess, with very low health bars, but yeah, everyone just dies.
Yeah, and also great recognition from Zaryax to stay around. Because
Yeah.
he was at essentially 10% HP, but he knew that nobody of Zephyr would be walking his way, and if they did, he can just missed out, of course. But because he stayed, he was able to get the possession on the Gragas, and they were able to get the
Yeah.
Corki another double kill.
Yeah, 4-0 Corki looking really scary now. Like even scarier than he was, and yeah,
Well, on his way to the Manamune.
yeah, you can see the power of that Silas, just getting all those Silas. I mean, Viego, just getting all
Viego?
those.
Yeah, Viego, the other edge
Viego,
boy, yes.
Silas, overloaded champions, or whatever.
Yeah, man, just emo boyfriends.
I don't
That's-
think our champions are overloaded at all. That was the line, right?
No, I don't know. I think, to be fair,
Oh, you're
I
gonna
don't
do
think Viego is too overloaded. I just think he has one thing that's way too strong.
that? Yeah.
All his other things are pretty basic.
I agree. Like the word overloaded is being used a lot. Like people kind of just use it for overpowered, which is not the same, I guess. But yeah, Zephyr still
But
looking
it's
to
a fair
contest.
point. It's still like, yes, okay. Body slam goes down on
Ooh,
the
a
Malphite.
great Gragas ulti.
Gragas ult, great, separates the team.
I don't
They're not able to drop anybody yet. And that's drop 1, that's drop 2, that's Malphite down. Now,
Oh, that's-
Azir
oh,
coming
okay, the
in
Xayah.
big. gets free down forward side of Lotus, but Corki is still doing damage, gets the taunt off, gets the set in. Will he be able to walk away? That's a great fight for Zephyr.
That's 4 for 2. You take those any day. Like I was like, wait, they're gonna just fight again, just throw themselves at them, and this time it works. I guess the Xayah died.
I think they got a 4 gold shutdown on the Corki, which went to the Azir. So Azir now also has his mid finished. Gives him a lot of opportunities side lane.
Xayah
with the quick push from the Liandry's, we immediately see him pinging to bot lane.
And I think that was a good call because if I am correct, like Zephyr had all their first item power spikes, so they weren't that far behind Lotus anymore, because I think they still need to get a reset, which means they have like a fighting chance, right? If they stretch the game out, they're just gonna get like their second item before them, and they're gonna are doomed. And yeah, the Xayah, with the
okay, Galio ultimate coming in now for the 2v2. Guild Force go forward towards the Malphite. Malphite getting taunted down, getting poked down by this Zyra. Fetters going down, and the body slam misses. The Everfrost misses the.
Okay.
The Zenith Blade hits mid-air, but still gets out, and
it's a 1-for-1.
That's the 1-for-1. That's a 1-for-1. But of course, the jungler for Zephyr now down, meaning that they will not be able to go and try to take this Rift Herald quite so easily. Diego trying to jump in, doesn't get the ult off, gets killed again by the Galio. This Galio 4-2. Probably try and focus on not getting kills.
Yeah, I mean, I get it was looking quite grim, but Lotus probably was kind of bored. They wanted the game to take a little longer, so they died a few times more, and now the game is right centered in the middle. One Drake, 10 kills, almost even in gold.
Yeah, 1 tower each as well.
And Zephyr
now,
they're looking to expand that Drake lead here. Lotus not giving it up for free though.
So Zephyr now using the pressure that they have, knowing the Viego isn't here yet, gets the aftershock, gets a lot of defenses, able to walk out. But will Zephyr be able to walk out with their lives? Zig's ult is in range, Viego also in range. Will he be able to drop down his set ults towards his team? Tries to walk away.
Nice against stunt. That's really
Leona ultimate doesn't hit, and the Featherstorm.
The Featherstorm though
goes out, doesn't go back to drop. Can the Viego just take 1 possession? Gets a lot of health, becomes the set. In the meantime, on the other side, Leona drops, Galio drops, and the enemy set is taking their lives.
Whew. The Viego is taking over. Yeah, that's what a champion can do once you get a few resets. It's disgusting. It's really unfortunate.
And at some point in the fight, there were just 2 vessels ready, and that just means that Viego can take one of the 2, use the CC, go into the other one, be full health, do a lot of damage, and here he was able to clean up shop. Now this Corki 7-in-1 going to be taking the mid tower with the satchel charge.
So many kills in the Corki. Yeah, and I also think a really important part is that the Xayah actually died quite early that fight. I think like that's probably their biggest hope here from Zephyr. Xayah can do a lot of damage, especially if those feathers start stacking up. You saw it last team fight. And
yes, I think
I think she got hit by solar flare or like some kind of stun, and she had to ult very early. And
no, essentially what I think happened is that solar flare missed trying to go for the set, and then it went in with another CC ability, but I don't know which one. Xayah did ult, but I think she already used her feather pool, because if she immediately used the feather pool, 2 more enemies would have dropped.
Yeah,
and that's
really close fight.
Very unfortunate situation, of course. Yeah, so I hope stream is enjoying this. Actually, I don't know.
You gotta. Yeah, Kevin is saying I should Control Shift Z to zoom out, but I tried it. It's not working.
No, you need an external tool to zoom further out. That's.
Oh, okay. I don't have that.
Like I talked to people about this as well. Apparently, you need some sort of tool so you can do like advanced cinematics.
Oh. Like the ones they do in Worlds and stuff. Ah, fancy.
Yeah, where they just are able to to like get the view that you have when you're in the catapult of champions, right? Like that sort of stuff.
Maybe in future streams.
Yeah. So Corki package is in the running.
Yeah.
That's interesting because there are no real major objectives. But they're going to be using his Rift Herald here in the mid lane. Galio ultimate coming down there just to be there to watch the tower drop and die. Alright, now Galio on the other team. Is he going to be able to find and engage? Are they going to be able to get this second charge off? No, not quite. Probably going to be retreating.
Oh, the Malphite a bit forward, but yeah, he's a tanky boy.
Everfrost does hit.
Oh, the gas! They want to go for this. They're going in.
Explosive cast hits, and
the Viego using
able to get out with their lives. No, they are not. Viego possession number 1.
Oh, they find the Xayah again though. Oh no, they get the Viego, but oh, 6. Okay.
Barely. Oh, the Ziggs didn't quite notice that the tower was still running. And barely gets out. Yeah, so I don't have the timers on. I hope you do.
I do. So, what do you want to know?
No, I just turned them on. I just hopefully have them on for the stream.
I would never make such a rookie mistake.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, no, I was thinking. Oh, when is Jacob? Wait.
So honestly, like trading kills, like it forces Lotus to take some more time setting up and stuff, and it gives Zephyr some space to get some ward control, some vision control at the Drake that's spawning in like 40 seconds. They can clear the jungle is like full of wards. It's now slightly less full of wards, but
essentially,
yeah. Oh, they find something on the guy.
Getting hit by the Malphite ultimate. Stun from the Viego, able to walk away.
That's a
flash forward by the Malphite, just cue Galio, and he drops. And now again, this heavy engage tool on the side because of the Viego. Tries to go in, gets the taunt off,
he gets it.
And that's going to be the Viego ultimate. Tries to get stunned, gets walled into the wall, but its Zenith Blade is there, and the Azir drops as well.
Yeah. They got everything covered. Like they were like, oh, maybe we can take the top tower, but the 6 is just waiting there. And now the Viego just solo taking this Drake, and then all across the map they're getting value now, getting vision. Honestly, they probably should be eyeing the Baron at this point. They're so far ahead. Like even.
What is this?
Okay.
What a face check, and that's a 500 gold, 200 gold shutdown.
Probably have to delay taking Baron a bit, and now the Xayah. Yeah. Honestly.
And now the Xayah. 500 gold shutdown.
7
total.
7, 3, 7, 10k gold, like 2k gold, like almost matching the Corki and gold actually.
Yeah.
So this is really nice for Zephyr because it means like they always have a fighting chance. The Xayah just does so much damage and outplay potential with both the Featherstorm and the Gale Force to stay alive. And actually also flash up. So next fight, let's see if he gets hit by those big CC abilities, the Solar Flare, the Zenith Blade, everything.
Yeah, but I do think that the problem is that there is, like you're saying, it's a Solar Blade, Zenith Blade, but it's also a Malphite Ultimate Ziggs.
There's so much stuff.
And knockback, there's a Viego.
Right? Yeah, and there is counterplay.
Don't be very hard, and yes, there's a Guild Force, a Flash, and an Ultimate, but...
you have to be fast.
Then you still, yeah.
But honestly, I think like the player here, Zephyr, he definitely got it right. He can pull stuff like that off, I think.
Oh no, definitely, and I think that they really need to start playing around it. And they cannot afford themselves to have these moments, which they've been having too much, where Galio and Agragas just die when they're trying to get rid of vision. And as I say that, Galio jumping on these players, getting the double taunt off, now retreating, knowing that Agragas is there. TP in from Malphite.
Robin really trigger happy here with the engages. But honestly,
yeah, but he was also in the middle of 2 enemies.
I mean,
yeah, you can get rid of that ward, but worth. Very risky positioning, especially knowing that your set is bot lane.
And they decide to start the Baron here. Xayah also not that near. It has to beeline it to mid. Wait, who's on the Baron? Is it's 6. Yeah, they. I don't think they take it that. Let me take a look at it. Oh, they take it
Well,
really slowly.
yeah,
Oh, that's
it's
kind
not going too fast, but the Viego, of course, does do damage on it.
the thing you want is bait engage.
Galio ultimate also coming in. Xayah immediately drops. It's probably the fight over, and a vessel for the Viego gets the feathers down, gets the feathers pulled, gets the other vessel, goes into the Galio. A lot of engage from this side of Lotus. Triple kill for this Viego.
That's really bad, yeah. Oh no.
Now they can really take a Baron. Oh, he wants the Quadra.
KDA, KD.
The Quadra.
Gotta pass the cork.
Now you're saying KDA. No, this is good. His team's already taking it, and now the Gragas respawn timer.
Yeah, it's
isn't
disjointed.
synced up with the rest.
But like the devils, we were talking about like whatever needs to happen, the Xayah needs to stay alive, and then okay.
Immediately.
I just got spoiled.
And it was super well played.
Yeah.
And also very well done by Lotus to immediately jump the gun with the whole team. 3 people were working on Baron. The moment the Malphite ulted, everybody switched
that's the
attention. They won the fight, and then they know, then they can take the Baron.
Yeah, that's why you're doing Baron, right? To get the team to come to you. You don't really need to take it. You just need to force a fight, and that's the great objective to do. Like you saw how slowly they took him, but just the fact that they were on it forced Zephyr to make a decision, and it was the wrong decision, unfortunately. Yeah, and the Viego with the Xayah items, like there's one thread on the enemy team and you just get to possess it and hit them even harder with it. That's so unfortunate.
Yeah, that's the Viego, right? Like that's the thing about Viego is that getting ahead against Viego is potentially killing you.
Well, yeah.
Especially if you only have one person on your team that's really strong with the Xayah, because the moment he has the Xayah, you have no tools to deal with the Xayah.
Yeah, so it's really unfortunate the Xayah not being able to use those tools to get out of the Malphite ult, which is, I mean, it's hard to dodge, especially if it's coming from Fog of War. Yeah, so let's see what can Zephyr do to pull it back. I honestly I think it at this point it's really hard to make a run for it. Like,
yeah, it's super hard as well because and the Xenoblade goes down onto this Galio, gets the knock up, set ultimate into the back line, gets the Haymaker, gets the Playmaker, but doesn't quite get the kills. And now this Xayah drops again. Vessels taken over. The possessions running rampant. Ziggs TPing to the mid tower.
Yeah, so Lotus very aware of their cooldowns and their ability to be collapsed on, but they had the TP ready and now they just end the fight. I think it was a 4v3 in the beginning, but very quickly became a 4v5.
I think it was a 3v3 in the beginning, actually. I'm not sure, but it shouldn't have been that clear of a loss, and it seemed to be going well. Now one person dropped.
I mean, you
in the next, and instantly the Xayah disappeared, and now they're just showing up, and the Leona gets executed. Diego tries to jump in. That's the end of the game.
1K shutdown. Oh.
And well played from the side of Lotus.